Good morning, Hillman Cancer Center. Happy Wednesday to you. Welcome to Cooking for Cancer and Chronic Disease. My name is Danielle Petrina. I'm the project manager for the Wellness and Integrative Oncology program. And this is Angela Zaccanini, our registered dietitian who focuses on lifestyle nutrition and is our chef. So welcome. We're super excited. We're bringing you a healthy dessert today that seems to be very popular. So we're hoping you are tuning in. If not, you can certainly catch this video after. So we are making chickpea blondies. They look lovely.
Yes.
Already. So go ahead, Ange.
We're definitely baking today, so fingers crossed.
Yes.
Because you know how I am about baking.
We're very nervous.
Yes. And you do need a food processor. You need to preheat your oven to 350 degrees, and you need all your typical baking ingredients like vanilla extract, baking powder, baking soda.
Just a mat falling in. No worries.
Some salt. Yeah. So you are going to use an 8x8 baking dish for this, and you're going to want to spray it with olive oil or use parchment paper, whatever you have available, just so it doesn't stick. Okay, so we are using chickpeas. So what's in the name? Chickpea Blondies. We have them already drained and ready to go. So you're going to add those to your food processor. Okay. And then we're going to use a 1/4 cup of our peanut butter, which we used a 100% peanut butter, thank you. So it's going to have that oil at the top. So I'm sure you've noticed that when you're in the grocery store. Peanut butter should look like that. Now, when you are purchasing your peanut butter, peanuts should be the only ingredient. If it contains hydrogenated oils, citric acid, salt, sugar, those are just added ingredients that are not really necessary. Now it's funny because Dr. Francis always tells us that she adds a little bit of salt to her peanut butter.
Yep.
And I do the same thing actually. If I'm like making a peanut butter and jelly sandwich, I do add a little bit of salt to my peanut butter. Or if I'm doing peanut butter with bananas, a little bit of salt.
So good to know.
Yeah. The thing is, it's unsalted. When you get peanut butter like this, you'll notice the difference. If you're used to that Jif or what is it? Is it Jiffy?
Jiffy, Skip. Is there Skippy? And then there's Jif. You combine them.
Yeah.
It's fine. It's good.
You'll notice it's like solid at room temperature, and that means that there's saturated fats, which all peanut butter does, but trans fats, and that's what the hydrogenated oils are, and that's what we want to kind of avoid or limit in our diet.
You can also find this Aldi, Target, super easy to find organic peanut butter nowadays.
Yeah.
So,
all right, so we have our peanut butter, our chickpeas, and then we're going to use a 1/3 cup of light brown sugar. Add that to our food processor. 1 tablespoon of water. I already measured this out because I didn't want to be spilling. Did you just see what I did?
What'd you do?
I spilled it. After I just said I didn't want to spill it.
How much do you want me to measure it for?
A tablespoon. Maybe dump that out. Where'd the tablespoon go?
I
did it on purpose so I wouldn't spill, and look what I do.
You did. So we're just gonna.
Okay.
Oh my gosh, I did the same thing actually. All right. Well, you know what? Because the bowl's so little, so it's easy. All right.
So that's 1 tablespoon.
That's 1 tablespoon, boss.
All right. Thank you, sous chef.
All right, there you go. Yes, chef.
Thank you.
Heard.
Yes. Yeah. 2 teaspoons of vanilla extract. Gotta have that.
All right.
A 1/2 teaspoon of baking powder and a 1/2 teaspoon of baking soda. These are gonna help make it rise a little bit. Okay, so you're gonna blend this up. So I don't know if I should. It does call for a 1/4 teaspoon of salt. I definitely shouldn't omit that. The reason why I was thinking about omitting it is because our macadamia nuts have salt in them. And I was worried it would get too salty.
But the peanut butter should probably
and then I was
okay with
about
that.
Yeah. So that's a good point.
Ange already grinded up.
Yes.
Grinded, is that a word? It is. She blended, I'll say that, the macadamia nut. So if you haven't done that, that's something you can do ahead of time when you do this. Am I doing this today?
Yeah. Well, let me. I thought we had some Himalayan salt somewhere.
We have the pink salt.
Not that, like that I can measure.
Oh. Well, how much do you want to? Well, do you want me to like put it in a teaspoon?
I need a 1/4 teaspoon.
A quarter?
Yeah,
Jeez.
that's why I don't want to go overboard.
Okay, all right, 1/4 teaspoon. This is a half, so a half of the half?
Yeah.
Okay.
Huh.
All right, here, I'll just,
You got it?
yeah, we'll figure it out.
Okay. So,
Andrew, will you grab me a bowl real quick?
Bowl?
'Cause I'm
Yes.
I'll grind it into a bowl and then we can scoop it out. Yeah, this is when baking, you know, you just can't be.
that's what I mean. Like,
Yeah.
you really do have to measure these ingredients out. Okay, so these are the dry roasted macadamia nuts that we use. And I did add them to the food processor first. It's a 1/4 cup of them. So I just chopped them up because the recipe does call for chopped macadamia nuts. And these are the whole macadamia nuts. So I just did that step ahead of time. But I
That good?
believe you could buy them chopped. Yeah, that's perfect.
Okay.
So add that here. Perfect. All right. You want to do this?
Sure.
All right. Wait.
I'm gonna switch the camera over.
Okay.
You wanna start it up? Oh. All right, here
How's
we
it
go.
look? Good angle?
Yeah, good angle.
All right.
All right, we pulse. 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 All right.
You can also do this using a hand mixer or a hand blender if needed. It's looking good.
I know.
And I think we learned our lesson before too. If it's not all blending, you just kind of got a spoon and pressed it down so that the ingredients that aren't fully blended yet get into that blade.
And you want the chickpeas to be blended. You
Yeah.
don't want to bite into a full chickpea on this.
Yeah.
So.
Or a full macadamia nut. That's
Yeah.
why you want them chopped for
Yeah.
sure. Looks good. It smells really good.
Yeah, that vanilla extract every time.
Yep.
I just see that maybe this chickpea is going to go down eventually.
It's blending really well.
Was it just?
Yeah, blender wouldn't be too good of an option for this because there's not enough liquid. But a hand blender would be fine.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
Here, I'm just going to scoop this part and
Redistribute.
redistribute, kind of shove this down.
There's a little baby chickpea
Yeah,
stuck in
actually,
there.
it looks like the consistency of peanut butter. So
It does. It
like
smells
it's thick. It smells like peanut butter.
Yeah.
Yeah, there we go. Now you can hear it's like so smooth now. Okay. I think we're good,
Wow.
guys.
All right.
So you can see,
Yeah.
because I still have the camera on this, what that consistency looks like. So not big chunks of anything. It blends really nicely.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
Go ahead,
and
Angela Marie.
Thank you. And our final ingredients are our macadamia nuts, which you're just going to add in by hand. Can you grab me another spoon, please?
Yep. Okay.
Thank you.
Yep.
I'm going to add our chopped macadamia nuts. And this is going to give this almost like oil. You know, it's when you blend up macadamia nuts, you can see it's like there's oil base in it. So
Oh,
like,
yeah.
because
For sure.
it's fat.
Yeah.
Okay, so just going to kind of mix all that together, which again, I feel like you could blend this back up,
Yeah.
you know, because it's a little,
Because it's messy. If
Yeah.
It's not.
but I think they want it to be like when you put the chocolate chips in, or the white chocolate chips in, you don't want them to blend. You want
Gotcha.
them to be like
Well, yeah, because
whole.
they're already mini.
Right.
So
So what was the size of the portion for the chocolate chips?
2 tablespoons.
Okay.
I might have went slightly over on that. Sorry.
We'll give it to
So.
her. All right. That looks good.
It does.
How do you feel about white chocolate?
Love it.
Do you?
Yeah.
Some people were like, not a fan.
No.
And
Oh
I
my
don't know
gosh.
if it's because it's too sweet or because it is, I feel like sweeter.
Do you
than-
remember, like, I don't know, I'm older than you, but the macadamia cookies in school, and they had, like, white chocolate in them. And they were
Yeah.
so good.
Okay, you know who has the best cookies ever?
Who?
Subway.
Oh, I know. We're fresh as the taste. You're totally right. There's
They're-
a trick to that. So
You would know it.
I
too,
would
huh?
know.
All right, so you want to help me?
What do we do? Are we putting it in this?
Yep.
All right, go ahead.
This is
Oh, here, maybe I should.
We're gonna have to like form this with our hands.
Yeah, I think so. We washed them. It's good.
It's gonna be a little sticky.
I wonder if you need like a spatula.
Probably.
Sorry.
No, you're good.
Okay. Now this is where I want to like lick my finger.
I know. Well, there's no raw eggs, so you could do it.
True. I just meant for contamination purposes.
Right. Well, I didn't even think of that.
Yeah, you're like, oh no, yeah. It's like, you know, you're in your home kitchen here. This is great. I mean, I have all the hope that this is going to be lovely.
I think we need to pull that.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, I don't know if we should have transferred this maybe to a bowl and then added all that stuff.
Yeah, probably was.
Yeah. You know.
We do it wrong here, so you can do it right at home.
Oh, that's the tagline. There you go. All right.
Yeah, that's a mess.
Yeah, I know, but there's a lot on there.
I know.
Okay, I'm just going to use my fingers and not cut myself. How
yeah,
about
be
that?
careful, please. I am going to get a spatula because we're missing out on all this good stuff.
Yeah.
You know what we need is one of those tiny ones.
Yeah, like a little baby baking spatula.
Because this is not...
Okay.
All the goodness. We need it all. Holy smokes.
I'm totally licking my fingers after this, just so everybody knows. I mean, come on, you're at home. You know you're going to lick your fingers.
Yeah.
Especially after you had COVID. You're like, we're all good.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh my God, Andrew, this is going to be so good.
We did preheat the oven to 350. I don't know if I think I did say that.
I think I would cut up apples and just dip it in that.
Ooh.
Okay, just saying. Happy fall.
Okay, I don't know how to morph this. You know what would be better? I'm going to tell you right now. Parchment paper.
Oh, because you could.
Because this is like slipping and sliding everywhere.
Yeah. We have parchment paper too.
I know. I should have did that.
Oh my gosh, you're going to want to lick your finger.
This is why sometimes you just got to not use the recipe. See?
Yeah, you're right. Totally just stuck.
might need
Okay,
to
go ahead.
I
wash my hands.
Okay, so, yep, go ahead. I wanted to tell you about the nutrition facts and where we got this recipe. So
She just wants me to get my hands dirty. Let's not.
I was like, let
her
me
deal
talk
with
so
it.
you can work.
Yeah, that's right. How this works, guys.
Is that gonna be okay? Should I?
We're gonna make it work, Ange.
All right.
It's all right. Sometimes you just gotta play with.
This is why I love my sous chef.
That's right. You just gotta play around with it. Yes, chef. Heard, chef. I'm telling you. We talked about it last week, but you guys gotta watch The Bear. If you just need something like it's lighthearted in a sense.
It's lighthearted, but it's chaotic.
It's chaotic.
I'm gonna tell you right now. It's the perfect
amount of drama.
But it's also exactly how food service is.
Yeah.
You know, like behind, you know, like in the back of the kitchen, what really goes on.
Right.
Straight chaos. Yeah. But this recipe is from Dana-Farber, also a cancer institute. They had a team of dietitians create some recipes, and I've used them in the past. And, you know, it's interesting. There is a lot of healthy dessert recipes on their website, and I feel like sweets are definitely well liked or craved during treatment, after treatment, and just in general.
Yeah.
So why not get some benefit?
Right.
And
okay, is that terrible?
No, I think that's great.
I like my fingers. Oh my gosh, it's so good.
It looks good. All right.
Okay.
Side note, use parchment paper. All right, so you're gonna want to bake this.
Wait, Ange, hold on. Let me show that to them.
Get a view?
So
Yeah.
put it by where that blender is or whatever that is. And then let's just show the audience here what this looks like so you can have a new idea, or you can have an idea. So Ange, sorry, let me pull back here. Yeah, so you can see, I mean, if you do use a pan, you don't have parchment paper, no problem. You just got to mess with it a little bit.
Yeah.
It's not a big deal. Just takes probably an extra 5 minutes. Okay, go ahead, Ange, put it in the oven.
We're gonna bake this for about 20 minutes at 350. It's gonna rise a little bit, and you're good. Now, we'll have to get you some feedback for what it tastes like.
Yeah, I think it's gonna taste exactly
like what the
like my finger
tastes like.
Yeah, I don't think it's gonna be a surprise, but it's amazing to me how you don't taste the chickpea.
I know. Even that chickpea cookie dough, I think you were a little hesitant at first, but then you tasted it and you're like,
okay. And I hate like when people are like, oh my gosh, it tastes so good, and you're like, you're lying. That was terrible. And especially with desserts, I think it's so hard, and I think that's why people are especially our audience, are really into the healthy dessert option, because it's just like, I mean, this is life. We're gonna eat dessert,
and
you know, and
it.
you should enjoy dessert. You should and you know, this truly isn't like that big of a deal to make. I mean, it probably took Ange about like 5 minutes to measure out everything.
Yeah.
That's kind of the most difficult part of it, but then you fly through this. What's our benefits on? Did you talk about nutrition facts and I ignored you?
No.
Okay.
I didn't. So this is going to make 12 servings, and one of the cookies, so it's almost like a brownie.
Yeah.
You know, you're going to cut them into squares. One is 160 calories.
Yep.
9 grams of fat, 16 grams of carbohydrates, so 1 carb serving for all of you who are carb counting. 3 grams of fiber, 5 grams of protein.
That's awesome.
Super balanced.
I mean, I really feel like too, like we always talk about this here, like we just need that afternoon, like 2 o'clock, like, you know, you're kind of, and you need something. And, you know, it's so hard, I feel like, to find a decent snack that's under 200 calories, you know, and you don't feel like, oh, boy. And so this would go really nice with a cup of coffee, right?
Yeah,
how lovely would that be?
Now, I'm going to encourage you to go watch that chickpea cookie dough video, because that was something at 2 o'clock that I went into our fridge, grabbed a spoonful of it,
did.
and I was like, that's all I needed.
It was so good.
It literally hit the spot.
I actually think this is better.
You think? Mm-hmm. Well, I think, too,
because it's blended.
It's also like a cake. You can like make it into a warm cake. You can add apples to it. You can add vanilla ice cream to it. You know, you can bulk it up a little bit and make it fancy.
Yeah, if you wanted to.
Maybe some cinnamon.
I'm in. I mean, where's the ice cream? Did we buy any of that? Like, geez, let's go. I'm ready. Especially like, I feel like this is a good one for fall. Happy fall, everybody.
Yeah.
You know that we're kind of coming into that season. I love fall.
Me too, it's my favorite.
I think we actually have fall here, which is nice. I don't really think we have spring. It's just kind of rainy for the most part, and then it just kind of goes between like 40 degrees and 80, and you're like, whatever.
But I do love watching the flowers bloom in the trees. Like
everything comes back to life. Yeah, you're right. Sorry. Side note on seasons. But but this could be really nice, like comfort with fall. And, you know, I mean, football season, this is great to like have it, you know, if you're doing any sort of party, little apps, things like that.
Yeah, I love it.
Cool.
All right.
All right, team, once again, if you are not signed up for our email, please do so. This is Angela's email address at the bottom of your screen. We don't spam you. We literally send you one message a week reminding you about our show each week, Wednesday at 9, giving you the link to the recipe, the link to the YouTube channel, just so it's all right there at your fingertips. So just make sure you sign up for that. If you just email Anne, she'll add you to the list. Super easy. And if it ever becomes too much and you want to unsubscribe, you just send an email and say unsubscribe. All right, that's it. Ange, anything from you?
No, I'm good.
No, we're good.
See you next week.
We'll post this on our Instagram so you can see what the final product looks like. So
that's a good idea.
Yeah. Follow us at UPMC Cancer Wellness on Instagram. You'll see some of our pictures there. Have a great rest of your week. Thanks so much.